A lot of people ask me, how the am I 21 years old with an 818 credit score and can buy anything from anywhere? Well, in this video, I'm gonna show you exactly how I was able to do that. Let's get into it. Okay, so if you don't know me already, my name is Tommy Wright, aka CEO T Wright, and I am everything credit. I've been dealing with credit since I was 17, turning 18, and I'm only 21. I know it doesn't seem that long, but I have been able to master certain parts of your credit profile and credit report, so I can go and get anything that I want. I can get any car off the lot, 0% down. I can go get any house I want with the best interest rates. I can do whatever I want, all because of my personal credit. Now, that is what I deal with day in and day out. I have credit repair businesses, credit funding businesses, business funding businesses. Everything I do is pretty much derived around credit. Now, I did not start off like that. The people around me, especially like family members and close family friends, didn't really tell me much about credit. I learned everything on YouTube University. That's pretty much just how I learned the basics of how credit works. Now, if you don't know the bare minimum of how credit works, go check out my video about how credit works. It's gonna be right in the description below so you can better understand what's going on in this video. So go check that out first. But if you already know about credit, you can keep watching to the end of this video. Okay, so taking it all the way back, when I was 17 going into being about 18, I knew I wanted to have another car. Now, at 16, I had already bought my own car, but the only thing is, at 16, I bought my car straight cash. Now, I wanted a newer car and I didn't have $25,000 to put into a car, just like I did with the old car that I paid cash for. So I was gonna have to finance this next vehicle. So I knew I had to position myself to have the best credit score to be able to go get any car that I want. And me being me, I wanted a Camaro. So I knew it was gonna cost me a pretty penny to go get that Camaro, and I didn't have it in cash. So I knew I had to use my credit to be able to go finance this new car. So after countless hours of watching video after video with different people and financial gurus and people that are my age, all of that stuff, after all of that was said and done, the first step that I took to getting a great credit score was go and get a secured credit card. Now, if you do not understand the basis behind the things that I am saying, please go check out my other video about how the basics of credit works. But all a secure credit card is a credit card that you put down collateral for. So if I have $200 and I give the bank $200, they'll then give me a credit card for $200 limit, and the $200 will be my limit. The reason why it's secured is because you're giving collateral for it. Now, for a regular credit card, an unsecured credit card, you don't give collateral for. So they just give you a credit card, say this is your limit, but with a secure credit card, you're putting down collateral for it. That's what makes it secured. You can't really default on it because you've already given them the amount of the credit limit. So even if you don't pay your bills, it's already secured. It's like having an insurance card for your credit card. It's like insurance for your credit card. So first I got the secure credit card, and then I made all of my payments on the necessary dates that I was supposed to pay them. Now, if you do not know how to pay your credit card off the right way, I will leave a link down in the description so you can watch that video. But basically, I just paid my card off as I used it, but I knew the specific dates that I need to pay them on. So I was literally using my credit card for every little purchase I made. If I was buying food, if I was going to the gas station, not to get gas from my car, but if I was going to the gas station to get something small from inside, I would use my credit card. But I would make sure to pay it off every single month, avoiding a high utilization rate and avoiding any interest/late fees for not paying. My favorite secured credit card is gonna be the secured credit card from Navy Federal. The reason why it's my favorite, and I'm biased because this was my first credit card, but I just feel like they're the best because once you pay everything the right way, after 6 months, they're gonna 10x your limit. So I gave them $200 as the secured line for this secure credit card. Guess what? In 6 months, if I pay everything off the right way, I'll have a $2,000 limit. So they 10x all the time. I have clients do it. Friends and family members that I've advised to do it, they always 10x the limit. So literally from scratch, in 6 months, you went from $200 limit to a unsecured $2,000 limit. I feel like that's the best credit card to have, but again, I am biased because that was my first credit card. Number two, the next thing that I did was I added myself as an authorized user on my mother's credit card. It was one credit card that she paid on time every single month. It had good limits, and the most important part was the age of the credit card was like 13 years. Now, if your credit report is fresh, then you need as much age on your profile as possible, especially if you plan on doing something like getting a car. So I added myself as an authorized user, so I received all of that information from her credit report / that credit card that I was an authorized user on, so it added age to my account. By this point, I had about, I believe it was like 710, something like that. But if you've been watching my videos, you know that the makeup of the credit report is more important than just the credit number. Like, you can have a 750 credit score and not be approved for a lot of things because the data points are not correct in your credit report. So after adding that trade line account to my credit profile, I was able to go get a car. The interest rate, not gonna lie, was kind of horrible. It was 13%, but without all the things that I did, it probably would have been a lot higher. But I was young, so I did have a 13% auto loan that later I would refinance. But for the time being, I was fine with it. I could make the payments. I was cool. But when I got this car, guess what? I just added an installment account to my credit report. This helped add some more substance to my credit profile. Now, even though I added a new account, it dropped my age just a tiny bit. It still was able to add a more variety built credit account. So I had revolving with the credit card, and I just added a brand new installment account onto my credit report. So it made me look like I'm used to dealing with credit, later down the line. So it helped with my credit profile. Of course, you need to pay your car payments on time. Anytime you're trying to grow your credit score, you need to do the right things. I'm going to leave a link down in the description showing you a video that shows you how you can grow your credit score very, very fast. The next thing I did to my credit report probably is the most valuable was I added more accounts to my credit profile. Now, more accounts does not mean more credit cards. There's different type of accounts that you can add to your credit report that aren't just credit cards. So just like I said with the car loan, there's installment loans. Another type of installment loans are pretty much any type of loans. I knew from watching YouTube University that I was able to add loans to my account, but they wouldn't report a high balance. Now, this is how I was able to do it. So Navy Federal, one of my favorite banks, does something called a pledge loan. Now, what a pledge loan is, it's a secured loan. Now, just like the secured credit card, it's just a loan that you're backing up with a security deposit. So for this secured loan, all I did was $1,000. I gave them $1,000. They said, okay, we'll add an account to your credit profile, basically giving me a loan of $1,000. Now, the way it works is every single month, they'll take out the payment that I have for the loan and then put it right back in my account because it's just a loan to myself. So all it is just going back and forth. Me and the bank just going back and forth, back and forth. But you don't want to have a lot of these because it can mess up your DTI. And your DTI is your debt to income ratio. Now, the way that you can go around this is pay off 90% of the installment loan or the secured loan within 48 hours. If you pay off 90% and you stretch out the remaining payments over whatever term loan that you have, you'll be able to keep that loan on there for 5 years, but the loan amount will be 90% less than what you started with. So you only have 10% less on that loan. So it won't look like you're in debt, but you will have that account reporting to your credit profile over and over again. And then when I added 3 of these, my credit score went to the moon. So that's how I was able to get over the 800 credit score because I just needed more accounts. I had good payment history. I had good age. Now all I needed was the diversity in my credit profile. And by adding those installment loans, those secured pledge loans from Navy Federal, I was able to give my credit report that diversity it needed to skyrocket to the moon. So that's how I was able to get an 800 credit score just at 21. And if you don't believe I have an 800 credit score, check me out right here. That's me. You see my name. You see the date. You see all that. So yeah, that's how I was able to get an 800 credit score. And like always, I will be dropping new videos every single week. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys on the next video.